The Nintendo Entertainment System was one of the best things that ever happened to me as a kid. So many great games, so many great memories. Not only did the NES bring families together, it also forged friendships and gave new meaning to the word fun. Today I present you with some of the games that helped shape my childhood.
Now you're playing with Tower.
This is the second Konami game that I would play often with my next-door neighbor's son, almost every day after school. I was also very good at this game, kicking his butt all the time. Like Double Dribble though, he managed to get me back a few times in this game too. I never did like it much either. I was very competitive, opposite of how I am today. Nowadays I'm more inclined to help people out, work with them. I don't get a thrill out of flexing my digital muscle. Also, like Double Dribble, this is a very easy pick up and play type of game that anyone can get into. If you haven't tried it out, you should. It's a fun time, especially with a friend. I first played this game at my grandmother's house on my cousin's NES. I didn't know what to think about this game at the time. I kinda just played it because I was bored that day, and I'm glad I did. I have to admit, Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. sure did leave an impression on me. There's a certain kind of old school vibe that this game unleashes where you can't help but to be drawn in. Every time I play it, the nostalgic meter fills right up and overflows. It just puts a smile on my face. I love the simplicity that these games are. Jumping over barrels, smashing them with a hammer, dodging flames that seem to have a will of their own, climbing vines, gathering items that increase the high score, and finally reaching the top only to do it all over again on the next stage. This cartridge deserves to be in every gamer's library. I'm pretty sure I stole this game from Kmart. Yeah, I was a klepto. I'm not proud of it either. Kids do all sorts of stupid things. Believe you me, I've done tons of stupid things in my younger years. And in my teen years, and in my adult years as well. Moving on. Jester's Quest is an odd duck. Its charm, I believe, is in its character and enemy presentation, and with the music. If you were to take away one from another, the game just wouldn't be the same, in my opinion. They just complement each other perfectly. It's not an easy game either. It can be a little unforgiving, but at this point I suppose this is also what gives it that old school Sunsoft polish. They were the ones behind Batman, the video game, and Blaster Master. Batman, as I've covered in another video in this series, can be brutal. Blaster Master, while not overly insane with the difficulty, has its moments too, but not too often. You either appreciate it for what it is, or you don't. This game, though, is kinda like the weird family member you never knew you had. Comes off as cool at first, but then you start seeing the true colors shine through. Oddly enough, you can't help but hang out. It kind of intrigues you a bit. That's this game in a nutshell. I'm not saying it's a bad game, I'm just saying I'm drawn to how weird it is for some reason. I like it. It gets 3.5 thumbs up from me. Ah yes, another game I first experienced when I was in private schooling. I became immediately hooked with this one. It was also one of those games that sucked you in and kept you playing for as long as you could stay alive, which in my case wasn't very long. Probably because I chose poorly by going with the elf instead of the warrior, which has the highest HP. As far as I know, at least. But what can I say? The elf was the coolest with the ability to move rather quickly, as well as shoot arrows. I mean, come on, arrows, for crying inside out. Arrows! I especially love the voice clips. Oh, and how about the title screen music, huh? Pretty snazzy, am I right? Actually, I enjoyed all the music in this game, even though it often repeats. And I don't know what it is, but I get something out of collecting items in games. It's just neat. In Gauntlet, you collect food to restore health. collect treasure, keys, things that turn you invisible. It's just chock full of stuff to obtain. All in all, a fun time to be had for sure. I know there's been other games in the series, but I would like to see a proper reboot for current generation platforms. That would be dope as dope can be, yo, or something. Yeah. Now this game mostly gets a mention simply because of my mother. She played the nonsense out of this one. I would sit and watch her play this for as long as she could stand it. You see, the thing about my mother, she was funny when things didn't go her way. With some people, there's this thing called rage quitting. Well, my mother never did that, but she would mumble words under her breath, something fierce. I'd watch that bottom and upper lip curl in as she held that controller in the air like it were a machete, with sailor's vocabulary being birthed from her mouth, all the while trying to keep her composure. She was like this with Super Mario Bros. Too. It was hilarious. She'd catch me looking over at her and burst into laughter, immediately followed by a very sad expression and some comment about how they keep getting her. That's when she would hand me the controller and tell me to get her through the level. With Jaws, however, I don't remember a whole lot of that, and I think she ended up finishing the game at some point. In much later years, I bought her an NES and Jaws so she could relive the good old days. I remember telling her that someone managed to beat the game within a few minutes, and she didn't believe me until I showed her a video on YouTube about it. She was surprised, but I don't think I saw her play it much afterward. This is Random Battle signing off, and until next time, stay random and battle on.